Welcome back to part 2 of our Lovable review. In our last test run, we tried to create this skincare app. So let's get back into that app and see if we can make some changes. When we left off, we were looking at this button here in particular. So I'll ask it what that button actually does. So okay. Let's see what it says. Doesn't have any functionality. Okay, so this is what I thought. Okay, so create the functionality for light/dark mode that should be linked to this button. While it's doing that, we also tested out the app and realized that it was returning the same results regardless of what product we were scanning. And I think the cause of this is the database that it has for possible ingredients is very limited. So it's just returning analysis from a limited set of options. So what we're going to do today is actually see if we can expand that database into a full database of all possible ingredients in cosmetics and skincare products. Okay. Light mode, dark mode. Okay, that's fine. That'll do for now. Okay, so let's get into the real work of looking at the database. I have noticed that the results from scans are limited to the same ingredients. Can we expand our database of possible ingredients to cover all ingredients found in cosmetic products? Can you access publicly accessible information to populate these ingredients? Let's see what it does next. And to recap, we still have, there we go, mobile. It's not rendering while probably because it's working while we're doing it. Oh yeah, here we are. Mobile and web menus. So the mobile menu is pinned to the bottom. The web one is pinned to the top, which is good. And once this is done, we'll do a test to see if it's actually done anything with the database. Let's have a look what it's doing in the code. What happens if I click here? Does it expand it out? Oh, there we go. That's what I wanted to see. Expanded database. Yep. Ingredients database. So yeah, so before these items here, this is all that was listed. Oh no, there's a lot more here already. So it looks like it's worked very quickly and it's expanded it out. Prior to this, there was only like 4 or 5 ingredients and that was it. And regardless of what we scanned, it would return the same 4 or 5 ingredients. So it looks like it's actually fetched the data that we need, that's a much more, it may not be everything, but it's a much more comprehensive list. And this is the sort of practical work you have to do to create a functioning app. You have to deep dive into these sorts of features, do some testing, and make sure it actually fulfills the full use case, because it will. And this is common for pretty much all AI-driven models. It will do what it needs to do to keep you happy. I've found this happened previously in other platforms like Replit or V0. It'll basically, if you give it an example, it'll maybe hard code a demo to fulfill that one example. It won't actually create the feature to fetch the data to fulfill every possible example. It'll just hard code an example to basically shut you up, because it's looking for the shortest path. And you've probably heard me say that before, but yeah, it's looking for the shortest path to success. So let's try again now that we've fixed this. Upload, and we've got this image that we've prepared. Let's see what it comes up with. Use with caution. Well, that's not good, because that's the face scrub that I use occasionally. Fatty alcohol, okay. Fragrance. Titanium dioxide. Okay. I'll have to fact check some of these, because I have a feeling that this is not actually in there. Maybe I can have a quick look. Well, hard for me to tell, because there's lots of chemical names here, but I don't see any titanium dioxide. But there are other things that might be titanium dioxide. I don't know the scientific name, but yeah, I will do some research and fact check all of these. If it's correct, that's brilliant. If it's not, then you're going to have to deep dive. We're going to have to deep dive even further to make sure that it is in a future episode. But for now, it's doing what we're asking it to do, so that's good. So if I go back to home and then to history, again, it's saying no scans yet. I thought we fixed this last time. Also a common problem. Scan history is not showing entries. Cover uploaded images. Please fix this issue to allow users to see a full history of their activity for scans or uploads. Rename page to history. Let's see if that sorts it out. And this is also common with other models, where you do work, you go do something else, you come back and you find that it's either undone the work or it hasn't applied it properly or fully. I found when I'm trying to fix some bugs, it sometimes refactors other things that it's not meant to refactor, and you lose previous work. I don't know if that's exactly what's happened here. It may just be it ditches the information each time. Like, it might actually have done it last time, And maybe that ditches the history because it's not a live test. Hard to know. So let's see what it says. Issue has been fixed. Okay, so it says history. Let's try and upload again. Okay. Scan history results. Could not be saved. Storage limitations. Okay. So maybe we need to connect this to a database. Let's see. Connect to Supabase. Let's see if that fixes the issue. Great, it's connected. Pop-up window, great. That's supposed to, connection failed. So that pop-up should have come up first. Because now, what do we do next, Lovable? There's nothing there. So I'm going to have to reload. Or maybe go back. Very strange. That's a bug. Probably works in Chrome, different to Safari. So let's go into here, create a new project. Again, looks a bit stuck. Reload. Project name, what's this one called? This one is called Skin Clarity. Okay. Okay, create new project. There we go. Don't think I need to copy anything. What do we got down here? Example projects. Okay, so I don't need any of those. They're templates and other things we've already started building. So now that we're here, do I need that? That's copied, okay. Skin clarity. Project status. Come on. Loading. Connect. Okay. Don't know what I'm meant to be doing here, but yeah. Okay. So let's go back here. Oh, okay, we can connect now. Connect. So that really should fix any issues with the storage. Let's go back to chat. Now connected. Okay. Store and use real data, that's what we want. Just keep building. Okay. Let's see if we have the same issue as before. Could not be saved. Okay. So let's ask it to use Supabase to save scan results. avoid the storage limits. Probably should have made Supabase one word. Ah, no, I still got it. Okay. Yeah, that's good. It's picking it up. Apply changes. So it seems to be taking care of it. So it's not using local storage. That's good. So connecting Supabase does seem pretty straightforward. It wasn't hard to do. It's probably a lot easier in Chrome. I think the issue with pop-up blockers and refreshing is simply because I'm using Safari. So don't be discouraged. Just go in there and create something. I've created a Supabase account before because I was using it in Tempo AI, but the creation process is pretty straightforward as well. Just ask you to put in credentials to sign up. It's nothing major. So yeah. Made some UI improvements, adding loading indicators. Okay, good. Let's try one more time. Load that. Oh, what happened there? Upload, loading, done. No warning message. That's good. And there we are. We've got a history. What's it say? Okay, so it's just saying use with caution, which is nice. It's giving me the same indicator there. And what's this? Okay, so it's just showing me the pop-up. That's good. So in terms of core functionality, the app has now created all the core functionality for the scanning process. You may want to add things like, okay, add ability to share results, add ability to create an account and save my results to my own account. But account handling, account creation, and authentication and all that does complicate things in most of these apps. If you're just keeping it simple, where people download this and they have an app on their phone, then you may not need that. But it is something that you could look into building into this type of application. So let's start with can we include a sharing function for results after for scan results. Let's just put sharing function for results. That's probably the easiest. Let's see what it does. Build unsuccessful. Ooh, what happened there? Okay. Some issues there we have to look into. Try to fix it. I'll wait until this finishes and then we'll fix this. See if it happens again. It might fix it anyway. Dark mode probably needs a bit of work too, since can't read the logo. Yeah, a few things there that need some work. Let's see how long this takes. It's good to know the length of time these things take to build. Often you'll find that the weirdest things take a long time to do. And it might be a context issue. Like as context grows, it takes longer to do even the small things. Here we are. Can now share. Okay, so let's fix this. Oh, there we go. We ran out for another day. I have a feeling I'm going to have to sign up to finish demoing all of this to you guys. It may not be enough to do it just with the free amount of prompts. But let's see how we go. So let's go back to uploading a image. See if the sharing is there. Share results. There we go. Copy to clipboard. Okay, so it copies it. It doesn't actually give you any social sharing. But let's see what. Oh, it's literally copied the results as text. So we would have to paste them somewhere. Let's see what it looks like if I paste them here. Oh, that's not bad. Some emojis, some formatting. So yeah, I'd have to give it better instructions. I gave it pretty open-ended instructions for a sharing function, but it's a start, so that's good. So let's publish this again. Hit update. And I'll include this link in our pinned comments if you guys want to have a play with the link. It's pretty simple though. And that wraps up our second installment of our Lovable demo. So far so good. It runs into problems, it can fix them. We dove into some of the functionality to get it to do a better job. And yeah, some common issues you would run into with any sort of AI-driven coding assistant or AI-driven coding platform. So yeah, give it a go. I think it's worth trying. And it's a pretty good competitor for Replit. I find it very easy to use, so I'd recommend using it.
A few moments later.
Okay guys, so I've actually looked at the image that we uploaded. So these are the ingredients. And to do a sense check, to make sure it's not hallucinating and just giving us nonsense, I put it into Perplexity to see what results it brings back. And the results are quite different. So in Perplexity, I've just asked it, is this harmful? Is it safe? It's breaking it down into two areas. So these are the safe ingredients. There's some additional notes. It's a mix of safe and effective ingredients alongside a few that may cause irritation, environmental concerns. And that's pretty much what it's set up here. So these might create some skin irritation or sensitivity, but totally different set of ingredients. So this seems more accurate than what we found in the app. So it looks like, again, it's just created demo where it's enough to keep us happy, but it's not actually working properly. So back to the drawing board. And one way around that is to actually use APIs from Perplexity or ChatGPT with some, training instructions and plug that in for the analysis. So then it would do the analysis and come back with an answer and it would give you references like this. But that is a very expensive way to scale an app because you're going to have to pay for API calls every time someone does a search. So not the best approach. What I would suggest is going back to the database approach that I suggested to the application earlier. So to find and build a comprehensive database of all the FDA approved chemicals, for example, or all the possible chemicals you can use in cosmetics or skincare products. Build that out as a full index database that is stored, and then it cross-references what it finds in the image to the names in the database, or any synonyms, or any other possible ways it could be named that is close, and use that instead. That would be an easy logic to build and an easy database to build. It might take a bit of time. I don't think it's actually done it properly, just based on what's in these results. My partner, who has had some medical training, has also looked at what's on the back of the pack. There is no reference to titanium oxide at all. So we know it's far off in its analysis. And that's what you expect when you're building these apps. You have to sense check. Like I said earlier, it does just do what it think it can get away with doing to keep you happy. It's very efficient. So you have to dive into these issues and have a look at the core of what it's doing and analyze the results. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and like and subscribe if you haven't already. Our next video will likely be on Tempo AI, where I've got a mixed bag of responses on reviewing Tempo AI. Some really good stuff, some things that are way off and still need work. But yeah, see you next time.